The biggest advice I got was from John Monopoly, and his first thing was move. And so, to be honest, like that's really when stuff started working for me. But that era is different than this era, and so. But I still encourage people to move, and that's just one of those things. I encourage you, if you want to live here in Chicago, live here in Chicago, but make sure you have to have your tentacles in those markets, because there's something that he also told me, that which what you do most is what you do best, right? So in New York, what they do most is finance. So that's like, if you want to work in finance, that's where you go. LA, they do entertainment the most. They do entertainment the best. So if you want to be in entertainment, you know what I mean? LA is a great place to be, right? So Chicago, we have great style and flavor and culture, and that's what I use to create. But in terms of doing the business, you want to go where the finance is, and to network with other people that are in entertainment, you want to go where the entertainment is. And so I think the greatest asset we have here is O'Hare Airport. You know what I'm saying? And so it's cheap. It's cheap. And so you can live here. You can live here. And with the way technology is now, it's not as deep as when Manop was telling me I had to move, because now you can have Skype calls, you can email back and forth. People are used to sending files really easily. We do studio sessions now where, you know, there's face-to-face and FaceTime, and all that stuff didn't exist when I was trying to get on. It was like MySpace top 8 and whatever that is. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't what it is now. So, but I still encourage people that get outside of your normal comfort zone, and sometimes that means going somewhere you've never been. And so that's always my advice. Whether you move or not, like, take a 2-week trip and come back, or whatever. Utilize your summer vacation to the best of your ability. Or if there's an event, instead of going seeing a concert in Chicago, go see it in St. Louis, go see it in Milwaukee, go see it somewhere else. You might gain a different perspective.
I would say that the brands are very clear on who they are, what they're about, and what makes sense for as far as partnerships. So for an artist, or anybody who's trying to do anything, I would say be clear on who you are and what you're about, what your goals are, you know, what makes sense for any kind of collaboration. It's like if you're about this kind of music and somebody else wants to work with you and it doesn't make sense, you know, don't be afraid to say no, or go after somebody who you do think will be a good, you know, not to get all corporate, but synergy for you. But yeah, brands are very much, you know, this is our company culture. This is, you know, the type of image that we want to do for Miller Lite. This is, you know, this is who we are for Honda. Like, they're very, 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 very clear. And so for working for them, we have to know when we get opportunities to work with like influencers. You know, McDonald's probably not gonna work with somebody like who's R-rated. I'll just say that. They want to work with somebody who's Chance. They would love to work with Chance the Rapper. They would, you know, like someone like that who is popular. Even Drake, you know, who's kind of like crossover appeal. You know, it's like they know exactly who would work best for their brand and who would make them look good and who would help them reach this certain market. So that's what I would advise for you to think about for your own brand, even though that's kind of a played out word in 2017. But you know, you are yourself an entity, and you're trying to, you know, create something. And so that's what I was saying.
Like, don't compete with your manager, publicist, or PR. You might be great at doing those things, but at least learn to navigate the water. If you hired somebody, don't compete with them. Why would you do that?